So, for movies, has anyone watched any new movies lately?
Can't say that I have. No.
I think the last one I saw was Alien Romulus.
Oh,
Uh, so, yeah. You had a question or a comment about that, though? We were talking before we started filming, and I was like, hey, we need to start because we need to get this on tape.
yeah. Is it any
Film.
good?
Yes, it is good. There are very mixed reviews. I will say that. I think for the most part they're positive, but there's a gentleman in England who pointed something out that I never really considered. Mr. H, I believe, is Mr. H Reviews. I think is his video moniker here on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure he's England based on his accent, but I'm not 100% certain. As he pointed out, the Alien fan base is not a cohesive fan base
Oh no.
because the movies just go in like 6 different directions. So, like, most of the fans seem to rally behind either Alien or Aliens, and there's like some
Yeah.
real animosity between some of them that only like one or the other for some reason.
Well, some of the people like a little bit of scary with their action. A lot other people like a little bit of suspense with their scary.
Yeah. So, then you have Alien 3, which has its fans, but
Wait, there's actually fans of that movie.
there are. It's not a bad movie.
It all in all, it is not a horrible movie. I'm just, I, I don't.
Then we get to Alien Resurrection, which is a kind of horrible movie.
No, it's not. I like it. I actually like Alien Resurrection.
So,
I do not defend it as a good movie.
but the point is, it goes for more of a action. I don't want to say jokey, but like less serious.
Yes, it goes definitely tries to be a little sillier with the topic than serious like Aliens was.
Right, and so that has its own fans. And then you go back to serious, but like, wildly different direction with Prometheus.
Which was good.
And then you have Covenant, which is kind of like, oh, we got to reel it back in just a little bit here.
We got to go back to the Xenomorphs.
Yeah. So you've got people that like the different movies for different reasons. So any new movie cannot be all things to all people. It just can't be. So Romulus seems to be going. It's hoping to try to recapture the suspense of Alien.
Okay.
Now the problem is we know everything about the xenomorphs at this point, so the mystique is basically gone. We do get some new stuff, but to a lot of people it's like, that's not enough, and then they're complaining that they just copied the rest from the other movies.
Here's a question. Does it explain what happened to the people at the end of Alien Covenant?
No. However, it does, like, just in case anyone out there, because I keep seeing people on YouTube saying, oh, Prometheus and Covenant aren't canon anymore. They didn't watch Alien Romulus, because yes, they are. They are very firmly in canon. Because they mentioned Mr. Wayland going off to find the engineers. The black goo is there. Like, those movies are firmly entrenched in the canon now. Like, if there was ever any doubt.
So we don't get to find out what happens with, I think it was Tennessee?
Correct. Now,
Danny McBride's character.
Now, however, given that this movie was very financially successful thus far, there's already talk of more movies. So
Look,
hopefully some of that talk is, here, Ridley Scott, before you die, give us our third movie, explain what the hell David's doing. If you can, tie it back into those. If you can't, oh well. Mysteries of the Universe.
Explain what David's doing. If you have a chance, you could tie it into the crash ship in Alien. If not, don't worry about that part. Just tell us what David's doing.
So, there are a few negatives to the movie, I'm not going to lie. Because of the condensed time frame, like, the gestation period for the alien seems to be about 20 minutes.
Not a day.
Right. Now, you could possibly explain that, given that the facehuggers weren't naturally created. So, also, if I were to tell you that there was debris from the Nostromo, would you believe me based on the explosion that destroyed the Nostromo? You know, that thing.
Okay,
That thing looked like a series of supernovas in space.
Clarify this: the Nostromo,
the ship from Alien.
What
the mining
is that?
Ship.
The tug ship or the refinery part?
The refinery part.
No, that thing's completely gone.
Well,
the tug part would be completely gone.
Well, yeah, no. There's debris.
How much? Like a lot?
There was enough that there was a giant piece that said Nostromo on it, just to tell you that for sure that's where we're going with all this. A ship shows up, scans the debris field, finds this thing, and brings it on board. They bring it on board the ship, they cut it open, and you can see that what it is it's the xenomorph that Ripley blasted out into space. It like cocooned itself up. Which also means, for whatever it's worth, just throwing them out into space doesn't kill them.
No, but if you do like Ripley clone did to the child one.
Oh well, yeah.
that's dead.
Yeah. So, but what this ultimately means is the Queen from Aliens isn't dead. It's out in space somewhere.
Pissed off at Ripley.
Probably, yeah. I would be. So that's an out they now have if they want to continue that branch and say that, yeah, let's just kind of forget Alien 3 and 4, and because that whole, like, we ran into the Highlander problem of, we destroyed them all. How do we make a sequel? The other solution is just backtrack to Prometheus and be like, David just sent more ships out with more eggs.
If the Queen can survive deep space, that gives why the reason there was an egg on the Sulaku. As in, she got her way back in, set off the fire.
I think we're just supposed to hand wave that because there's no logical way that could have made it on board.
Look,
unless a drone was also on board the drop ship with an egg. The Queen is like, grab that one, come on, which I assume sounds like or something similar.
Pheromones.
No, she clearly communicated with him. When Ripley's there, she clearly turns to him and hisses and they react.
Maybe the pheromones are in her saliva.
Could be.
Alien species, no clue how their biology works.
Yeah, so before I get into the next little part of that, Owen, where do you stand on which movie's the good and the bad and
the ugly?
The Alien franchise.
You gotta at least agree the ugly is Alien 3.
Well,
that's the bad.
You've only seen the main 4, though, right? Because you haven't seen Prometheus and Covenant yet.
I've only seen the main 4.
Okay.
I think that me and my dad are definitely more invested in the horror and suspense of Alien than Aliens.
Okay. Fair enough. I honestly think, for me, it's a toss-up between which one of the two is the better. But for different reasons.
For me, it just depends on what I'm in the mood for, which I consider better at the time.
Yeah.
Do I want suspense, thriller? Then I go Alien. Do I want action thriller? I'll go Aliens. Do I want campy action? Alien Resurrection. Do I want to completely torture myself? Alien 3.
Wow. I'd never contemplated it like that.
That it's based on what you're in the mood for at the time?
No, the torturing myself watching Alien 3. I think that's the one I've most recently watched on TV.
If I get the mood to watch the series, I make myself sit through Alien 3. I do. I do not care for Alien 3. I can see how it has its good points, but to me, honestly, it's the fact they went with CGI Xenomorph.
Yeah.
It was not practical effects. I think if it had been a practical Xenomorph, like costume, all that, and then maybe touched up post-production with CGI, it would have done better.
Well, in that case, you'll probably like Romulus. A lot of the effects are practical.
Cool.
Almost all the space stuff's definitely miniatures. There can't be a whole lot of CGI there. It's too detailed. It's got to be miniatures. Some of the aliens, it's a guy in suit. I'm sure some of it's CGI. because there's a few scenes that like just couldn't be a guy in suit. I'm sure.
I mean, even in Covenant and Prometheus, they had CGI scenes.
The surprise thing at the end is a guy in a suit.
Surprise thing at the end.
Yeah. Let's just say that there's a concept from Alien Resurrection that gets another go around.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen the screen captures.
Yeah.
Can people just please put a spoiler tag on some things?
Oh no, I went looking it up.
Oh.
I won't go any farther with that one.
Like, I don't care about spoilers. That I don't.
We do get to see. This is a very minor spoiler, Owen. We do get to see another aspect of the life cycle of the xenomorph, like possibly explaining how it gets so big so fast.
It eats a lot.
No, like in this case, it like cocooned itself like into the hull of the ship and like rapidly grew inside there, like a butterfly. And it was possibly drawing electricity straight from the ship to power itself to do it. And in typical H.R. Giger fashion, it looked like a giant set of lady parts.
Of course.
So yeah,
they probably went back to some of his artwork to
I'm sure
figure out how it should look.
I'm sure. Oh, when you're a little bit older, you need to watch the movie Species and tell me if you think that's like a weird prequel to Alien.
It way looks like it.
Well, it's based on Giger's work also. So.
I know.
Yeah.
But then again, so are the Harkonnens and David Lynch's Dune.
Yeah. So anyway.
I wish we'd gotten Jodorowsky's Dune. I'm off track.
So, probably all we're going to say on Alien Romulus for the moment. Thank you for watching. This has been a Geek Cabal video, Echoes of a Whisper. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. The link to the actual podcast this is from is in the description of the video if you want to see the entire thing, which we obviously encourage you to do. But otherwise, if you enjoyed what you saw, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscriptions and all the rest is definitely appreciated. Comments, as always. But just in general, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. And check out the other videos we have here on the channel. See you later.